I swear, if this does not work, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad. Please tell me it worked. It worked. It actually had the right thumbnail. Okay. My camera wasn't working though. Okay. That was weird that my camera wasn't working, but you know what? It's fixed. Okay. Let's make sure everything's working. Look, I got new glasses though. My old glasses. We are playing the Stanley Parable. You know, just like good old times. I mean, this is my very first time playing it on live stream, but I did an episode, I literally just uploaded it today. But, you know, now, I'm pretty sure, okay, the audio should actually, you know, be working. I upped the audio because I noticed the, narrator and stuff. You can barely able to hear. We are gonna try to get some, bucket endings. So, of course, the first ending I do want to get is not with a bucket. I was looking at some of the endings that I could actually get. Hold on, let me actually pull up the list, because I already got rid of it. Now, I know you might be thinking, Skylord, you kind of, you know, spoiling yourself with endings and stuff. It doesn't tell you what happens in the endings, okay? It just tells you how to get them. And trust me, there's, like, a lot of the normal endings are, like, changed. Like, apparently... Okay, I know which one I want to do first. I never knew this was a thing. In the original game, there was a bug. I'm not going to tell you what the bug is, but it wasn't actually an ending. It was just a bug. Like, it was a soft lock. You had to restart the game. So, this tells you where all the, things are. Nearby a fireplace, a private but smelling place. Okay, so that's the bathroom. Somewhere both red and blue, so the red and blue doors. Stairs, something to do with stairs. The only stairs I'm thinking of, these are the only stairs I'm thinking of. So, hold on, is there something? Ah, yeah, here we go. Look. I do agree. My water. Hey, let's go. Dude, I look so weird. I don't know if I like these glasses yet. I mean, they're definitely like smaller and stuff like that, but you know what? I don't know. I don't know if I like them. I'm also very blind apparently. You should see how big these glasses are. So there should be one in here. Yep. Yep. So the only fireplace is in the boss's office. Yep, just figure that out. Now, I know in the episode I barely, talked and stuff. And I do apologize for that. I get a little bit too focused. I don't remember the password. Yeah. What's the pin code? 2, 8. I mean, I had all the numbers right. I just didn't have the order right. Now, where was the figure? It said near the fireplace. I don't know. I'm sure we can find. Oh, right here. Yeah. So now we just need to go to the blue and red door. Yeah. Yeah. Oh wait. Oops. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry, guys. I'm small brained. Okay, we found one underneath the staircase, going up to the office. We found one in the bathroom, and we have found one in here. That's the only thing we have done so far. Don't worry, guys. You didn't miss much. Apparently, there's an ending with this elevator as well. Apparently, you're able to go back up, which I didn't know. So, hold on. I want to see if this is true. I'm not going to do that ending yet, if that's the case. But...
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest.
See, we're gonna have to do like the same ending multiple times because a lot of the endings have 2 different types. One without the bucket and one with the bucket, and that's why right now I don't have the bucket.
This question would not get answered.
Yeah, look, you can go back up. Okay, we're not doing that yet, but
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
so apparently there's a way to fall off of this. Oh, was it really that easy?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development.
Yeah.
And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours.
Yeah.
So here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending.
Hey, let's go.
Your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New
Yes,
content.
we do.
Always more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for
Oh,
this
really?
session.
I would love to hear
You
it.
won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special.
Well, it's not really a secret when I'm live.
Good job, you've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Well done.
What's the music? Ooh, it's a rock music?
Good job, you did it. Good job.
Woo!
3,
2, 1.
Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control.
Wait, why is this actually unironically a bop?
Book. You should have been careful. You should have been careful.
This is like...
It used to be a bug. Now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross.
Hopefully this doesn't get copyrighted. I mean, I bought the game. I have the rights to this one, right? That's how that works, right?
Good job, you did it.
I don't know. I know my Geometry Dash videos got copyrighted.
Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
Woo! We did it! Is that it? Oh, that's it. Okay, hold on. Let's see if... Hold on. Elevator ending. Okay, so it's a new. That's also a new ending. We did the vent, but dude, the bucket ending like changes so many things. Yes. So not Stanley takes the bucket, walk out and touch the bucket at the highest point of the museum. Wait, what? Dude, wait, the escape pod is different. Okay, we actually did the escape pod ending, if I remember correctly. But I think I cut it out of the video because it was just a normal ending, no talking, no anything. It was just the same ending that Neville walked in the... See, I don't know if it was the fact that it just wasn't supposed to woke, or if it was actually, you know, a bug in the game. Or it was like an ending that it removed. He wasn't supposed to find. I don't know.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps missed a memo.
Let's do the elevator ending without the bucket, and then I think that's the only other ending. Then we can start doing endings with buckets.
Stanley
Okay.
came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door.
Also did the dream ending, and I cut that out of the video because I was really trying to get to the new content and stuff. And yeah, I'm sorry I had to cut out so much. It would have been over a 2-hour-long video if I didn't. But pretty much if you go down here and go through the door, you would get the dream ending where the rooms loop after a while, and then everything goes black and you wake up and yeah.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley was in such a rush to get through
I was in a rush.
as quickly as possible. He didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Yep.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy.
I
So
mean,
he
I
relaxed
mean-
for a few moments with some calming new age music.
No. These days, it's fine. See, I don't know what's faster, doing this or waiting until he says the code.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the open.
I don't know what to do after this. What endings should I get, guys? If anyone's, you know, actually watching this right now. I don't know. I do have chat open on my phone because the chat that's on my screen is kind of delayed unless I have Google and everything open. So I think I have to do this a few times.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
So okay, I thought you were supposed to do it multiple times.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator.
Okay.
It's still just
Yep.
exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have.
Hey, what can I say? I'm just
fire of
that
critical
good.
plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Me too. I'm so excited. Dude, look at that. The Office. Dude.
Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
Because I'm just that, you know, creative. You know, I really thought about what would do.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor?
No.
It's time once again to go
Dude,
back
yeah.
in the elevator.
You know, who knows? Maybe
I can't
someone.
even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing
Dude,
me.
yeah, me too. What is it gonna be, guys? Guys, hit that like button if you're excited to see what's up here. Wait. It's the office.
Oh my god. It's the boss's office.
I didn't see this coming.
This absolutely changes everything for me.
Me too.
Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
Oh. Okay, I'm down to hold. Woo! Also, if you can't tell, I have fixed my thing so I can kind of go back and forth now.
Okay, I'm ready.
Which is
I'm
good.
prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait. No, I need more time to process.
Okay. I know it's that. I mean, I know it's a big discovery and stuff, but you don't need this much time to process. Okay, I know it's big. It's a lot to handle. Like it's okay. It's okay. I'm here for you, now, little. It's okay. Just take all the time you need.
All right, I have fully come to terms with it.
Okay, let's
I have
go.
made space in my worldview for this, of course. Going back down in the elevator.
Yeah.
How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I
Absolutely.
had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath
See,
of fresh
the
air
reason why I'm
in a
not doing
landscape of
normal endings and
storytelling
stuff
that
because
has been
all
sterile
everyone
and repetitive.
who knows the Stanley Parable, everyone who's gonna watch this, should probably know all the endings. I feel like, because this game came out in 2013, and so I don't know. Should I do the normal endings as well, or should I only do the newer endings? I don't really know what's the best choice to make.
You know what? I just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator.
Yeah.
But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess,
Yeah.
it's the real thrill.
Yeah, I agree.
I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so
Yes.
fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
Yes.
There we go. Isn't this so
Dude, this
much
is
more
so
exciting.
exciting.
It seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible.
Dude,
They
yes,
want
I know.
big, explosive moments flung right in their
Also,
faces
please don't
the
tell me
very
this is actually
moment
gonna take
the
this
thing
long.
gets started.
If we literally spent 30 minutes
Where's
on
the
this.
trust in the audience
I-
to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why
This
aren't
might have
we
been a
given
mistake.
time to imagine the surprises?
I probably should have done this on a
Don't you
normal
think?
recording.
To anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal.
Because I can't edit this out,
is
so
storytelling,
you're stuck here with me.
Stanley. What
guys.
you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it.
Yeah.
This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see,
I agree.
I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to.
Exactly.
We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not afraid
Okay, I
to
don't think it's actually
spit
gonna take
in
that
the
long.
face of tradition.
I think
You're a
that's the
proof
end up
of
there.
it, you know? People
Okay,
love
so
it.
we just
Which
have
is
to,
why, though
you
I
know,
didn't know when
vibe.
to spring this on you,
I keep
but
on thinking this is
I've got a
Minecraft.
little
See, I'm
press
so
conference.
used to Minecraft, I
So
keep
that
on
you
wanting to
can
press
talk about your
F5
work
to
and
go
your
into third
storytelling
person.
in your life.
But this is just not
Yes,
how
I
that
know
works.
you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a
It's
lot to the
just, you
people
know, it's not how it works. Alright, I need to see how loud
who've
I
been
am.
following you from the beginning.
Yeah,
They
okay.
really look
I'm
up to you,
slightly
Stanley.
louder
I don't
than
know
the
if you
narrator.
realize
I think
the
that's
impact
probably
you have
perfect.
on them.
I mean,
This is
I
the
it should be
kind of
perfect.
gesture
I did a
that might
recording
leave a
tested it.
tremendous impact on
It's
them
not
for
even
the
that loud for me.
better.
So,
Oh, good, we're here.
oh look.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
Yeah. So apparently this is different with the bucket. I mean, I have to do
Yes,
this with the
here it
bucket.
is, just through this door.
Maybe I do that as a normal recording because, you know, that takes a little bit.
I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak
Okay.
from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stan.
Me too, me too, me too.
Okay,
I'm proud of
it looks
myself.
like they're ready
I have a
for
big
you.
ego, what can I
Go
say?
get 'em.
Come on. Hello! Hello, yes, I know, thank you. I have a lot to say. And what I want to say is, this is very loud. Thank you. So I would like to say, going on this elevator, What? I didn't get the chance to talk. Okay. Should we do some endings with some
What could it
buckets?
mean? Stanley decided to go.
Like, hold on. Let's see what we can do with this bucket. So we can go to the escape pod. Hold on. Is the where's the bucket? We did what is the bucket on stream. Not Stanley out the window. See, I don't know what some of these endings are. Okay, okay. I don't know which one to do. Okay, I think I know which one we should do, guys.
Perhaps he had simply missed a map. The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away
Yes,
as Stanley
I agree.
embraced the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no, never mind.
The bucket was wrong.
wrong.
So, the confusing
Stanley opened the door on
ending.
his left.
How would this work?
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Should we... This should work, right? This is
Good
ending.
Stanley, I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually. You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley.
Yeah?
We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content.
Exactly.
We're the ones that matter, Stanley.
No.
Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line?
We already did the
can make
Adventure Line.
The Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's... Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Oh my god, do this music, let's go. Ba 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 ba.
Now, this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Oh, I don't remember that,
It's
man.
as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly.
What ending
like
was
this.
that from?
But
What?
if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
Wait, what?
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
Wait, no.
That's why
No.
I'm very proud to
No, no,
introduce
no,
a
no,
brand new
no.
character.
No, 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 no.
This is the Bucket Destroyer.
No.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me, it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
I'm not doing
Can you
it.
guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket,
No.
and then pop
No.
it into the machine when you're ready. Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket.
No.
I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its
No, I'm
singular
not doing that.
personality trait.
No.
Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of
No.
Bucket Destroyer merchandise the
No.
fans will
No,
be
I'm not
clamoring
doing
for
it.
after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and
No,
feed it.
I'm not doing
We
it.
can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans,
No.
Stanley. Give the
No.
fans what they want. Hurry and...
What? What?
Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend.
Yeah, no.
For the moment in
No.
time that you were here, you were magnificent.
No. You was not. I hate you. I'm never gonna get rid of my bucket. Should we do the escape part in? Because if it actually has dialogue for once. Apparently
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
yeah. I'll listen to you for now.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it?
Yeah?
The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The
No.
aura of jealousy.
No.
It's as
No.
clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. Coming to a staircase,
No.
Stanley
I disagree.
and the bucket walked upstairs to
I'm not giving the
boss's
freaking
office.
closet a bucket. This is my bucket. What I am gonna do is...
Stepping in.
That's what I think of you. Let's go. Bucket. Forget the bucket. This is my bucket. Okay. Is the lighting different? Okay. Maybe it was just there. So far, this seems just like the normal ending, but holding a bucket. Also, apparently this is gonna get rid of the bucket for one playthrough, which, you know, it sucks. But, you know, it's fun, it's fun. It does take a while to, walk up. So, that also does suck. But, you know, it's fine. It's fun. See, this game is the type of game that you probably shouldn't, like, live stream. But I feel like it's a lot more fun to live stream, even though it's like it's gonna be a very, very long live stream. It just, you know, people get to tell you what to do. Like, you can have chat interaction more easily. I don't even know the proper grammar for that. Well, the point is, it would be fun playing with people telling you do this, and hopefully not spoiling the endings as well. But that would be probably the main problem with live streaming this with like a bunch of viewers. I did start the game, I know, without like showing you what happened, but I needed a picture for the also after this ending I need to go to the bathroom, so hopefully this ending is at least a slightly different. I mean, I have a bucket now. Oh, wait, you actually go in. Wait. No, I'm too attached to this bucket. Please. But it must be free. It must escape. Why can't I escape with it? There's enough room for both of us. That is surprisingly depressing. I'm so emotionally attached to this bucket, and now it's gone.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
Bucket though. The bucket's gone. Let's go to the red and blue door so we can get the last collectible after I go to the bathroom. Hey guys, I'm back. Let's get into another Let's Play of the Stanley Parable. When you came to a set of 2 open doors, you take the one on your right. Let's go.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley
don't ask me what accent this is, I'm just making something up.
the employee lounge first, just to admire
Let's
it.
go. Look at this
Wow.
lounge.
Yes. This
It's
room.
so worth
But
it.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door.
We're
on the
gonna
left.
take the door on the left. Not really. Let's go forward. Because you know,
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot
See-
here. I'm not
Oh
sure
wait, yeah,
if
that was
you
because that was
really
like collectible though.
I realize
Yeah.
that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you. What? Really?
That would have been
And
bad.
in the middle of something, do you have zero consideration for others?
Yeah,
Are you
kind
that
of.
convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. And there it is.
The last one.
Stigglywick.
We did it.
Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing
Woo!
it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward.
Yeah,
You can't
exactly.
do that.
No,
So,
no.
Instead, I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And
Yeah,
now
exactly.
we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Exactly. Yeah. Let's
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
I guess we should walk through the red door, huh?
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we
Open
just
the door.
stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you. What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. It's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this no, wait. Where are you going?
See, okay, I did turn this on because, you know, just in case, you know,
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs.
Yeah.
If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
yeah.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think. No! Oh, no. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? Stanley, let's go back to the other room.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy.
Yes,
Am I
absolutely.
reading the situation correctly?
Yes.
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just want
Dude, he is he has strong legs,
Yes,
though.
that was too much to ask.
Like, I mean, at this point, we probably are slowly crawling up with our arms because our legs would be freaking broken. I mean, hey, just do a cannonball. Cannonball.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it?
Yep.
We're going back.
There we go. So now we should have the bucket again, and we need to find, you know, the inputs. Let's go to the museum, though, after we found the input thing. Oh.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines.
Yeah?
Those figures. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one.
Yeah?
Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone?
Okay, let's go back to
I would
them.
love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Okay, yeah. Just don't look at the, Steam reviews again, okay? Let's not do that. No, as long as you don't look at the Steam reviews, we are fine. Ooh, okay. New audio. I like this. Yeah,
Here's
this.
where it all began.
Yeah.
The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain?
We couldn't, yeah.
So innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Wait, 706.
And here was a second stanley. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the warehouse. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini stand? Can you remember?
I mean, it was this one. I know that.
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here, under the stairs. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory.
Absolutely.
But I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
Yes, am I like so
Let's
time?
see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a Figurine in this pink room. Oh well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
No, it didn't happen there at all.
This was the 5th mini stand, and this one was really something special. It was behind the boss's office. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion.
Oh, really?
Enjoy.
Let's watch it. Why has it such low quality? Trust me, that's not my video. It's actually just like in 140p. Like I literally can't. I can barely tell what that is. Hope that better not mess up my video now. My video is supposed to be in 1080p 60 frames. Everything was made by the narrator.
Takes you back, doesn't it?
It does,
I spent
yeah.
a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
So now we have more than 6.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final Figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others.
Literally just happened.
Can you truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figly and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
You know, that was nice though, collecting all of them.
And then there was no more. Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
But now we have 12.
No,
Oh,
no,
what?
I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Narrator, are you okay?
Okay, yes. The room with the red and blue doors. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more.
Okay, yep, look, this one.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video?
Yeah. Okay, stop.
Yes.
Yeah,
I love
thank
that
you.
Video.
Good video. 10 out of 10, would recommend.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room though. A solid room.
Yeah, no, it's not a bad room. I like the aesthetics.
These were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad
absolutely.
we resisted the temptation. Next one.
I mean, isn't this a reward? Hate dude, you know, spoil the fun. Okay. Let's just continue going to the platforms. Let's crawl back out the vent.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes,
Yeah.
I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going.
Yeah, you know. And here.
This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Yeah, this place. Wait, this is different. You got the.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on.
Yeah.
I remember hating it back then. But time does put a rosy filter.
Only if we had
on it.
more jumps.
In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun. Oh, yes, the two dwarfs. Who could have forgotten that? Classic memory, this one.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, look, my office.
And
Yeah.
before everything else, there was your office.
A little
Was there
claustrophobic.
anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
Making the game.
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different.
Yeah.
I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I
Yeah.
weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy. And I came up with, well...
Okay. I mean, hey, sometimes.
named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely?
I mean,
Perhaps that's it. Perhaps
it's
I needed to
alright.
Imagine I had companionship. And
Oh, that's
Stanley
kind of
really did make for
depressing.
a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be.
Wait, before me?
Yes. I
Wait,
can
wait,
be
wait.
on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore.
Wait.
Oh, but he truly was
Wait,
so
wait.
much
No,
fun.
you need me.
You know
You
what?
know.
Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling this story so very
Wait.
much. Okay, here we go. This is
The story
of a
named
man named Stanley.
Stanley.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started. And if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Hey, look, a replacement bucket. That's awfully nice of him.
And try not to lose this one too, you dolt.
I'm sorry, jeez.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
I forget what the rest of the inputs are.
Still no one was here.
Yep.
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever.
Yeah.
Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find her. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Yeah, let's walk. Let's check this day. Okay. Input received.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover
Manager or
no
boss?
indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him, always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Yeah, the bucket.
Was
The bucket.
guiding him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. This is certainly the most logical explanation.
I kind of have to go to the bathroom again.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Dude, let's go. The bucket.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Nah.
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
No, we good. We good, guys.
Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Absolutely. Let's do this. Okay. Fun times, guys.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death.
No, it wasn't.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket.
Yeah, it was.
It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
Okay. Wait, what happened to my bucket?
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life? No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one.
I
It
mean,
is
I do
man who
agree.
should kneel before the bucket. But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
Yeah?
Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world.
Wait,
a
we
new
can
vision.
talk about this. I guess we can't talk about this. Honestly, I feel bad for the bucket. Yeah, the bucket. I shouldn't have brought the bucket with me. You know, it was rude of me.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
I don't like how the computer was all saying the end is never the end.
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone.
Yeah, no, who needs people when you have bucket? Bucket is amazing. I feel so in touch with this bucket. I don't know, something about the bucket. It's just
Stanley clutched the bucket.
it's just amazing. The bucket is just, you know, this amazing thing. It can never let you down. This bucket. Okay, how about we get the normal, one of the normal endings as well. Well, we can see what the bucket would do if we
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever.
Yes, we do.
Perhaps
The
his
bucket is
boss's
just
office was
amazing.
where he'd find answers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley
Well,
and the bucket walked upstairs.
I
to
kind
the
of want to
boss's
see this
office.
ending because he kind of goes crazy at the end, but with the bucket, maybe he doesn't.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he
Yeah.
had left his post during work hours. He might be fined for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms.
Yes,
Am
the
I
bucket.
crazy?
That's the bucket.
The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing.
Nothing
at all.
now.
That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How
Oh.
did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong.
Oh,
Surely
no.
no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which
Yeah.
was, of course, very odd.
How did I not get my
Now he felt
bucket?
himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad.
Yeah.
Where is it? I must find it.
We must find the bucket.
Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Come on.
Stanley! Stanley,
Come on.
it's me!
Come on, I need my bucket. I need my bucket.
He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
No.
Come to me, Stanley. Find me. He had to find the bucket. He had
Come on, we have to
return
find
his
the
old
bucket,
friend.
guys.
It was the only way to
No.
truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out. This is the story of a woman named
I
Hannah.
bucket.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
Please tell me she picked up a
Rose
bucket.
got dressed, picked up her
Oh,
bucket of
bucket.
comfort and security, and walked to her place of work.
Bucket.
But on this
Look at that
particular
bucket.
day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was.
Didn't have the bucket.
This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him.
Yeah.
Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought.
Yeah, the bucket is
She
so
hugged her
important.
bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck,
But
she told
this-
herself, my life kicks ass, and she backflipped all the way to work.
Dude, that's probably my new favorite ending now. Okay, now we can get the input ending.
The good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket, off on another thrilling adventure together. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
But that kind of sucks.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever.
Yeah, I do.
Perhaps his
Because
boss's
I
office was
can't
where
get
he'd
the
come into a
input ending
staircase.
now.
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I don't even remember what that ending is. Come on, this has to be something with this bucket. Bucket, guide me. Take me to beyond. Those are very bright. Okay. So, nope, this bucket does nothing with this side of the riddle. Building interact.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light appear? But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Yeah.
Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding
The
him?
bucket. The
Yes,
bucket.
This is certainly the most logical explanation.
Come on, bucket, guide me. Guide me to salvation. We must all hail the bucket, guys. The bucket will answer our prayers. Imagine making a religion out of a bucket. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything about that. I'm just
Stanley and the
imagine.
bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
So, should we see what happens if we jump off?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Yeah, let's just continue going.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs.
Yeah.
The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it
Wait, why is that
nearly burst
green?
into tears
Green.
as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything
Probably
would be fine.
437. Who is me? I don't know. I forget what I'm.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
No, not the
Had
bucket.
the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
Exactly.
These questions raced furiously in Stanley's
No,
feeble mind.
not the bucket. We must protect the bucket at all costs.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it.
Whole
His
bucket.
own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world.
And we would take over the world.
Except for the bucket.
Come on, guys. I think I know what we must do.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Yes.
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again
we must
exert
do
its
it.
terrible power. But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in
No.
horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this?
How?
Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again. Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another.
Dude,
And then it dawned on
boats.
him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place. living
Do
through life streams
flamingos.
of the
Let's
silliest birds
go.
imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have
Oh,
taken, this
Paul
one
Champ,
was
dude.
surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness, the bucket.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Dude, we
Where
found.
are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him.
Oh. What did I just do? I just activated dog. Okay, dog mode is now active. That's a little bit weird.
Stanley pressed the bucket upon every little thing in the office. Nothing responded to the bucket's touch.
Oh, look, I
Not
can
little to
bark.
discourage Stanley's belief in the magic of the bucket.
Dude, look at this. I'm a dog hog.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Woof, 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 woof. Woof, 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 woof.
Truly, being here with the bucket was a grand... No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley opened the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Okay.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him.
No.
It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this.
Hey, look, there's a balloon up there.
He was firmly convinced
There's
that the
multiple
bucket had
balloons up
spoken
there.
to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here,
Said the bucket.
go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
So what happens if you do the not?
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about...
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke?
Oh,
It's
it was
funny,
a-
Stanley.
it was
a
a-
talking bucket.
Sorry.
Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Oh, comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is.
Oh no.
It's
No,
sitting
not a
there.
video.
Let's
No,
take
not the video. I'm sorry, guys. Time to watch a video.
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be
Yep.
taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes.
Yes.
Let's dive deeper.
deeper, guys.
If you've ever
Let's
told
go.
a joke or made someone laugh, in
No.
all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To
Just
begin the joke,
asking a question.
start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time.
What?
With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny."
I'm done with the
Practice
funny.
screaming, "I'm Dunny
Okay.
with the funny" now.
I'm done with the funny. Oh, dude, I'm sorry. That was probably really loud.
This saying is a perfect example of expectations management,
yep. You're
which
just
is
gonna
the
have to do with that.
cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times.
Oh, okay,
Just to
that's a
ensure
very
the
important
survey
thing. Make
taker
sure you
is
write that
actually
down.
paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all.
Oh, can I do that face? It was you were doing the audio. That's weird.
After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence and who very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and
Should that be my next
All of
thumbnail?
us
Just
must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children
Yeah,
must do
that
after us,
holds,
and their
actually.
children after them.
Uh-huh.
Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
dude, that's quite painful to do. How long have I been live streaming for?
This video is a little outdated, isn't
Yes,
it? Well, no
absolutely.
matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as
forgot about
relevant
the
today
dog.
as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors
Yes.
and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
Why is this you?
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous.
How
absurd.
ridiculous.
What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure.
Yeah.
The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
Okay, this is a good ending. That's what I think of it.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left. What? We're back at the phone already? No. What's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point. A dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the two doors room. What an egregious mistake.
Yeah, come on, you're supposed to know that.
I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even.
Come on, guy. Come on, Nail Riddle. You're supposed to be better than that. Wait, no. Wait, no. No.
Yes, surely that will help me improve my. Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left. What? We're back at the phone already? No.
Okay, so now we're just
Here we
supposed to go
You
on the
ready?
left.
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left. No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone.
Oh, really?
Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other
I'm
jokers.
sorry.
I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Nail Riddle.
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame.
He doesn't even have a bucket.
Pale. What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal. I think I saw it playing guitar. No. Getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with
That's a terrible joke.
I'm no good at these jokes.
No, you're not.
I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the
Do I have to
meeting.
do all the
Perhaps he had
inputs
simply
again?
missed a memo.
No.
A good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket, a bucket of culture. Stanley clung the bucket to his chin.
Oh, wait.
Could his co-workers really all be gone?
I think the final one was in there. Then how are you supposed to do it with the bucket? I guess maybe you can't. Oh, what? See, now everything's just like all messed up.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Honestly, I don't know what endings to do. I think we pretty much done all of the good ones. Come on. I spent $25 on this. We can get some good. We need to get some good content.
Lounge was simply the place to be.
Right. Come on. There has to be more good endings.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meat? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Yes, the bucket was wrong.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No, we did not.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. A cargo lift. Yeah, good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Yes.
Stanley
What
did not
am
question
I supposed to
why
do?
or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not
Come
to
on.
think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket
I spend
had
so much
spoken
money
to
on this
him,
game.
and
We
he
can get content.
unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
I didn't think. Okay, did we fail? Maybe I just shouldn't bought this game,
In
but
here,
you know it's
said the
fine.
Go into this dark
It's
room over
fine.
here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the phone.
Okay, let's pick up the phone, guys.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him. The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
No, it's not.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me. Well, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket.
Nope.
It can't think. It can't talk. All it would ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a
I
different
can't believe
location.
you. I'm
That's
sorry.
it. It doesn't do anything else. You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now
Ooh,
all
what's
he
up here?
cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal. It's sad. I suppose he doesn't need me anymore.
No,
From
not
now
at
on,
all.
he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty,
Dude, this bucket is just
this
too
sort of
amazing.
shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
Exactly.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. Just a little
Exactly.
more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Come on.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket? Oh no. I'm having feelings for the bucket. No, 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 no. What's
I
going
mean,
on?
look at
Why
this
don't
nice.
you want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps.
Dude, it's a
perhaps
nice
if I had
bucket.
the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley.
No.
I need it.
No.
Give it to me now. Give it or I'll...
No. That's my bucket, okay? I don't have to give you my bucket. Oh, it's impossible to push all the buttons. Also, why is it just saying for sure or something like that? I don't think it's possible to push all the buttons. Come on, we gotta press all the buttons. Does this actually do anything? Wait, apparently it includes 24 more endings. I thought I only do... Yeah, no, it doesn't look like it does anything, so I'm just wasting my time in here. I guess begin the game again. That sucks that there's nothing to do with the bucket, the bucket on that one.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. The embrace of an old friend. A weathered companionship that stands the test of time. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door.
I think we have done everything we can with the bucket. Or the actual endings, at least.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever.
I mean, we can do the
Perhaps his
elevator
office was
ending
where
with
if
the
he climbed
bucket,
a staircase,
but-
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
And if we do a bunch of normal endings and the new content thing pops up, we could take the bucket in there.
Stepping into his manager's office,
But
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
I don't...
Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
This was not worth $25. I don't think it was, personally.
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing.
Huh. Let's go back and place the number 3 then.
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began up. Well, he said, the number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life.
Yeah.
Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him?
Oh no.
Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator. Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
Maybe. Maybe not. I mean, if it didn't, that means we should go up there again and show it.
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me.
Yeah.
You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket.
But the bucket said nothing. I feel like but would have been a better word than end, but you know. Like, he smiled at the bucket, but the bucket didn't say anything.
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears. And the whole time, he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all. Only silence.
Though. I mean, free.
Dejection.
Free.
Free. Stanley and the bucket were so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley?
Exactly, right?
The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator.
Yeah.
He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I know what that solution is. We have to go back up there.
Said Stanley. I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public on all matters relating to pressing the number 3 over and over.
Yes.
He would elaborate fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive when pressing it. Then the bucket would be able to see his joy through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley's.
Come on.
And it would be through the public eye
Number
that
3.
the bucket would finally understand Stanley's work. For months, he advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around it, developing and rehearsing it, until it couldn't be refined a single measure further. When the big day arrived, Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for anything in his life. This was it. One last chance to win the bucket over.
Yes, absolutely.
One opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one.
Come on, we must do this.
There was no one here. Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak, to listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over. He was unloved, uninteresting, he was a failure. And in that moment, Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously.
I failed you, bucket.
There would be no connection, no deeper understanding.
Let's just go
The
back.
bucket merely sat there in his arms, indifferent. And so it began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference.
Oh.
There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit.
But
only
no.
silence to
No,
consume
the bucket,
space
my
between
bucket friend.
friends. Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
Bucket. Bucket, no.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
Yeah.
The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker.
Yeah.
In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things.
I think that's as much as I can do. I'm gonna end this live stream here. Time to get that one achievement though. Not play the game for 10 years. Yeah, don't play the Stanley Parable for 10 years. I think I can do that achievement. Especially since it's not as much content as I thought. Yeah. Well, that sucks. Yeah. I honestly, I don't know what I expected. I knew there wasn't as much content as I was like acting like, but I thought I could do a lot more videos on this game. I was wrong. Goodbye. See you in the next live stream. Maybe I do another one today or tomorrow, who knows. That would be fun. Playing some more FNAF Security Breach.